I am Rupert,
And I'm Redbeard.
and this is Rupert's Beard. Today we're going over a structure deck Captain Kidd list that our friend took to our locals, and he got first place with it. He was kind enough to let us borrow it, and we're going to have Red be handling the cards while I handle the video. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like if you like the video, and subscribe to see more videos.
Leave us a comment if you got something to say, and hit that notification bell so you know when our videos go up.
Now, with that out of the way, let's get right into it.
All right. Starting off, we've got obviously the leader being the structure deck Captain Kidd from the Three Brothers deck. He's a 5 life, 5K, well, mostly just a 5K, but 5 life dual color leader, which is really neat, being red and purple. On your turn, if you have 4 or more life cards, he gets minus 1K power. That's the, I guess, restriction for having 5 life as a dual color. When attacking, Dawn -1, you return. He gets 2,000 power for the turn. So you can Dawn -1 to go above, to go to 6K, even if you're at that minus 1K power. If I remember right, I think he said that some of these cards in here are meant to be able to put you at that lower life faster, so that you can get the bonus, get cards in your hand without having that -1,000, if I remember correctly.
I do know that we've got a few other cards to go through before we get to some of those, but
Well, yeah, that's true. We're on 4 Radical Beam, just a good card. Uh, one cost. If you're at one cost, if you are at 2 or less life, plus 4K, even if not, still a one cost 2K. The trigger can come up as it gives your leader or character 1,000 power for the turn, so it throws your opponent's map off.
yep.
Now we're on for Otama, just another really good card. Generic 2K counter. On play, give one of your opponent's characters minus 2K power for the turn. So you can play it for board control if you're wanting to swing into your opponent's stuff. Or there are a couple other cards, I think, in here that do deal with power minus.
Mm-hmm.
We've got, this is the card I was talking about earlier, the 2 cost 2K Sanji, 3K power. Activate main, you can add 1 card from the top of your life cards to your hand. This character gains 2K power during this turn, then give it up to 2 Rested Dawn, so you can play it on your second turn. Then your immediate, or you can play it technically your second turn either way, or if you go your first turn, if you go second. Basically, you take 1 hit, and this guy, where he's been out for a turn, you can swing with him afterwards that turn, and you're already down to 3 life, so your leader effect is no longer a restriction.
Yep.
And just a 2 drop that hits for, I think I'm doing the math right, like 7K minimum. Not that bad. We've got another 4 of pretty just generic good 2K counter. Black Maria, 3 cost, 2K power. Activate main once per turn. If you have no other Black Maria characters, add up to 5 Dawn cards from your Dawn deck and rest them. Then at the end of this turn, return Dawn from your Dawn field to your Dawn deck until you have the same number of Dawn as your opponent. This is just a good 2K counter, and if you get behind in Dawn, it can get you caught up very fast.
Yep. If I remember right, he said he mostly uses it for other big ramp decks, so that way he can get caught up to them.
Yeah, honestly, that makes sense. Like against like pretty much any version of Kaido, but any other purple deck, pretty much.
Yeah.
Speaking of ramp, we are on 4 of the Charlotte Pudding from OPO8, 3 drop, 4K, 1K counter. Your turn, when a Dawn card on your field is returned to your Dawn deck once per turn, add up to 1 Dawn deck from your Dawn deck and rest it, or 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck. You can take the whole one, but that's kind of cheating.
Yeah.
Basically, she makes Kid free.
Yep. It is an additional way to make kids leader effect free while being a one Dawn to attach swingable body.
Oh yeah. We're on more ramp. 4 Mr. 2 Bon Clay. Uh, he's number 4. He's 4 cost, 1,000 power. He's a 1K counter. On play, you just add a Dawn active from your Dawn deck. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then when attacking, you select up to one of your opponent's characters. His base power becomes the same as the selected character's power during this turn. So since it's base power, you can technically, well, it's when attacking, so it doesn't really work. Never mind.
I mean, there are a couple of triggers.
There are a
if I
couple
remember.
triggers you can get, yeah, that work for that. basically, since it treats his base power that way, you can still buff it after that, and it doesn't cancel that.
And if they play a big body, you can use it so you can either hit big at face or hit big into another body.
Oh, yeah. If they play out a big body, you can just play that down, and then they have to think about if it's worth swinging or not, because now you can just challenge it.
Yeah.
We're on 4 of the Trafalgar Law from the Structure Deck 10, same one as Eustass Kid. He is a 4-drop 5K counter, or 5K 1K counter. 5K
really
counter would be great. He's a blocker. That's already good. I mean, he's a blocker. You can attack with him with his stats. He is on play, Dawn -1. If your opponent has 7 or more cards in their hand, trash 2 cards from your opponent's hand. You don't get to look at them, so it is random, but you do get to choose the cards at least.
Yep, which means they can't give you the bad cards, and that is also another effect that Pudding will get you another Dawn back.
That is true. You can just do that for free with Pudding as well. If you have Pudding and this next guy out as well, you can do that and Kid effect. For free, basically. That is the Blocker Kid from OPO 5, 6K power, 5 cost, 1K counter. Obviously, blocker. Your turn, once per turn, when a Dawn card on your field is returned to your Dawn deck, you add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active.
And if you have both Pudding and him out, that will take you from a -1 Dawn to a +1 Dawn off leader effect.
Yep. We are on. Angle these a little bit better, maybe.
Yeah, try to push these.
Yeah.
So we can try to have it in the whole game.
Yeah. Give me one. Bear with me one moment, guys. I'm just going to rearrange so we can fit her all in later, potentially. Put all the 2Ks up there. That might have done enough space.
Maybe.
We're on 4 of the Queen from Structure Deck 4. The best blocker in the game, honestly, probably. 5-drop 6K, 1K counter. Blocker, on play, Dawn -1. Draw 2, trash 1. So you can, with Kid or Pudding out, you do it for free. Both of them out, you get an extra Dawn and you get an extra card.
You get a brick card out of your hand.
You get a sizable blocker out.
And you get 2 new cards.
Yeah.
Speaking of brick cards, here we go.
Yeah, pretty much. Although it is a good card, though.
They are good cards, but they don't have counter value, so I call them brick cards.
That's fair. We're on 3 of the Rush Dragon. 8-drop, 9K. Rush, on play, give up to 2 Rested Dawn to your leader or one of your characters. So technically, if you party swung with your leader and everything, I mean, worst case scenario, you drop him down, he's an 8-cost 11K with Rush.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good worst case scenario.
Yeah.
4 of the Secret Rare Rayleigh. On play, he is an 8-drop 8K. On play, select up to 2 of your opponent's characters and give one of them 3K or -3K, and the other -2K power until the end of your opponent's next turn. And then KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 3K power or less. So it does cripple through your opponent's turn, so that throws off their math while they're planning it actively as you're doing stuff. They have to play around everything on that. It just cripples your opponent. It's good for clearing board or staying alive longer. It's just versatility.
And it makes blockers bad.
It does make blockers bad. Well, yeah. I mean, I think, now that I think about it, there's not that many that it doesn't just straight up kill, honestly.
Yeah.
Like Luffy.
Yeah. Then let's go on to the next card.
We've got 4 of 9-drop Purple Big Bomb. She is a 9-drop 9K. On play, Dawn -1, you can trash a card from your hand, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards, then add up to 1 of your opponent's characters the cost of 6 or less to the top or bottom of your opponent's life cards face up. And then the last, it's removal, it recovers, it keeps you in the game. You've got plenty of discard fodder.
Yeah. Big power body. Hard to go wrong.
And then you've got 3 of the OPO 6 Shanks, 10-drop 12K. On play, KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with 10K power or less. So I guess Otama doesn't really... You can't do this and Otama on the same turn. So really, I guess it does just kind of only hit base 10K. But 10K is like most of the game.
That's a lot. So that's everything in this deck, I think, except for him, right?
Yeah, everything except for him. Yeah, because Rayleigh's 8, Dragon's 9. Oh, yeah.
There we go. Well, we each covered Mom, but you know what?
Yeah, that's fine. We can all tell who it is.
All right, and that is a video. we would like to thank, well, I don't know if he wants his name dropping, but we'd like to thank our friend that let us borrow the decks when we make the video. It's a very interesting deck. It seems like it'd be a lot of fun. He enjoyed it quite a bit. So we hope you all enjoy the experience. And with that, we'd like to ask if you liked the video. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe.
If you have any comments or any ideas for videos, leave them in the comment section. Hit that notification bell if you want to know when our videos are up.
And with that, we hope you all have a good day and see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Adios.